Hello, ladies and germs. Tex here with you, giving my PIC ads the night off tonight. A quick update for you. If you are picking up what we're putting down, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the UTG YouTube channel. Today, we posted another educational video on how to identify your trader type. So you can go to unitytradinggroup.com/trader type to get all the guides on what could potentially be one of the most important guides you read on trading any sort of market. A huge revelation for many. All right, let's get into it. BTC FLTC. We're now sitting below this point of control, this 34,725 level on BTC, which was this previous resistance point. On Tuesday night, Ads and I spoke loosely about this triangle formation. We don't really like using trend lines because they are quite subjective. So you can see that we had a break below, and I guess a consolidation slash retest of that trend zone and that 38 fib line where we are now making our way down. We know psychologically that the 50 level is, I guess, is significant in terms of Fibonacci, and you can see how it's been respected in the past here for these last couple of touches. So where we sit now, I think it looks likely that we will head down and continue towards that lower demand zone, where you can see that we have a little bit of volume situated around this 61 fib, around that 32K level, down to about sort of 30K level. We've got a little bit of a volume gap where we can see we've wicked down in the past, but the liquidity has been enough to see some pretty, I guess, decent buy-ups off this level. You've got to consider too that within this sort of range that we are in now, we could trend in here for quite a bit of time, and that's why I think we're seeing some of these BTC pair alts have little bits of runs while BTC consolidates in this wider range. Huge news today as well from BTC, or from yesterday, in terms of Bitcoin. BlackRock, $8.7 trillion of assets under management, is now looking to has filed to offer its clients exposure to the Bitcoin futures market through their funds, BlackRock Strategies Income and Opportunities, and BlackRock Global Allocation Fund. Of course, they're not going to put 8.7 trillion into it, but with a management company that has that type of dollars on the books, even the smallest of amounts for them becomes a very significant number for cryptocurrency, for BTC in particular. So, people always start to freak out when they see Bitcoin react like this. We go, oh shit, we're dumping it. Oh shit, no, we're buying it. Oh, hang on, no, we're dumping it. Oh no, hang on. Don't freak out when BTC has these moves. We need to understand that we have come from 10K here. That's 18. That's crazy. That's how far back you've got to go. We are still in a very overall macro bullish trend for BTC. Sure, this daily doesn't look great, but honestly, it's in my opinion, if you watched the UTG show a couple of weeks ago, we spoke about I guess the flexibility of being in positions a little bit more long term that comes with a dollar cost averaging strategy. So for example, if you bought at the top and you see things moving down, you might set an allocation of buys at the 38, 10% of your capital, 15% of your capital, 20% of your capital, 30% of your capital, and you dollar cost average into a position to bring your overall entry price more down in line with where current prices are, rather than simply just buying the top. So a little bit significant. We have now crossed below that 50 RSI level, which just continues to lead me to think that that 61 and that demand zone becomes significant. One thing that does alarm me a little bit is how far we had penetrated into this demand zone with that wick. However, with that pin bar, we did see a nice buy up from there, which indicates that this is a good area to retest the liquidity and see if the buy up is as strong. If the buy up is not as strong, then I think that the fib levels kind of speak for themselves, don't they? You can see how well they've been respected, whether they be quick little move to the downside and buy ups like this. I think is certainly a possibility. I don't see an extended, continued run down through demand zones. I expect there to be healthy buy ups as we sort of continue down. You can see there's a bit of a volume gap between this 78 down towards this 26K level. I think when you see the overall macro environment of Bitcoin, I think it just presents more of a better buying opportunity than what it does the opportunity to aggressively sell out of your positions. But yep, this demand zone between 31 and 30, or the high 29s, is where I am now looking on this time frame. Break below there, I'm not concerned. I'm just going to continue buying more Bitcoin. All right. Ethereum. I drew this in just a short time ago, but I'm going to leave it in there. I am still in a position from the low 1000s, the very low 1000s on Ethereum. What I am waiting for now is, due to the fact that this trend line has been respected a few times, and we are now sitting on not only this 38 fib line, but also this demand level, I'm waiting to see what happens below here. And if we do breach down below, I expect that 1181 level to sort of be tapped. From there, we can see there's a little bit of a liquidity and range through there. What might happen, and what we sort of continuously see on Ethereum, is that we get these breaks below trend lines, we get borderline little retests, and then we have continuations to the downside. That's what I will be looking for on ETH if we break down and hit that next fib level. Looking at the Unicorn indicator, our Murray's channel, or our 50 fib from our Murray's aligns perfectly that 1183 level, which I am anticipating to get tapped if we break below this trend line. From there, the next Murray's channel is all the way back down towards that 966 level. Will I think we get there just yet? I don't think so. Just at this level, we can see our point of control sits right there on our point of control sits right there on our 61 and in that golden pocket zone. So I anticipate that would be the likely area for a hold up if we continue back down from there. Should we continue and break down below that $1,000 mark, I guess I would be a little concerned about that. But again, with Ethereum, we just made a brand new all-time high. It's Ethereum is quite bullish at the moment. You've got to play these ranges with very little emotion, very, very little emotion indeed. That will get you stopped out and sprung many different times if you cannot play to your emotions. See what Gravy Train has said. Gravy Train is now sitting right on this cloud level. So let's just see what happens. This is that Wednesday, Thursday volatility that we see almost every single week. So we see that end of week volatility. We seem to see little amounts of recovery over the course of the weekend and into the weekly close the following Monday. And then the cycle repeats. But a very good thing, while we are ranging, like I said beforehand, with BTC and with Ethereum, we start seeing BTC pairs have their moment. One had a really nice pump overnight, 15%, which I was fortunate enough to catch. XRP, BTC is having a nice little move at the moment. There are plenty of opportunities. Neo at the moment is having a good time. Neo is making some very, very nice moves at the moment. One thing that I was paying a little bit of attention to on Neo just before I get into to LTC was sort of this and the potential of something like this playing out, where we sort of we get a retest of this trend line and this sort of flag formation, or this descending wedge or falling wedge pattern off this trend line. So where I'm kind of looking now for Neo for a potential sort of pickup is off that trend line. I'm not getting too caught up in it just yet because I want to see what happens at this particular area. But overall, Neo, we see the correlation on the BTC pair with Neo as an alt pair against BTC is quite close. So wait to see what BTC does. But if BTC makes a recovery, I would see Neo close behind it, in my opinion. And there's a potential option for us to make this sort of formation, maybe potentially an Adam and Eve bottom there on Neo BTC. All right, let's get into LTC. LTC falling a little quicker than BTC itself. We see now with this level, we had that previous resistance support flip. We've now breached below that and looking likely to hit that 129 level that I've outlined before on this. You can see sort of between this 129 level and this, let's just sort of, for safety's sake, let's just sort of say that 153 level. We have been sort of playing in that level a little bit. So I want to see what happens at this reaction when we start getting back down towards the 130 level. You know my feelings on LTC this year. I'm very bullish on BTC, on LTC in 2021. So for me, this just presents another opportunity to pick up bags cheaper, because I know it's going to recover. This isn't financial advice, but my feeling is certainly that that LTC is in for a bumper year this year as well. Let's have a look at what our Unicon indicator is doing. It's just given us a bearish retest of that 50 Murray's channel, and then leading back down towards our 78 Murray's channel, which is right around that 23 fib level, and then back down towards that lower level around 120 and 110. I think if the 130 busts, then I think that 120 is the likely area. For myself, as I said, I'll be dollar cost averaging into more positions on that. Looking at where we are now, we are sitting right on this 200 MA, which we can see has acted as a little bit of a bounce area for LTC. We can't hold that. Get it together. And then, yeah, we can see that this 50 RSI is aligning well with that 130 area. And then our MAs back down here towards which by the time we get there on the daily would be that 110 area. So, you know, the market having a little bit of a cool off right now, but as I said, play it with very little emotion and understand that no matter, you know, how you choose to look at it, could either present cause for alarm, or it could just cause a celebration to buy cheaper crypto at lower prices. So that's it from me, Tex. Make sure you head over to unitytradinggroup.com if you are struggling in this market or having any issues. unitytradinggroup.com. Come into the Discord, ping myself, Tex, or ads. We're always here to talk. We are your friends in this market, and we want to see you win more than anything. So come on over. Make sure you watch that trader type video as well. And I can't wait to see you on the next episode of the UTG Market Update. Take care. Stay safe. See you soon.